Now see how this looks. This looks really, really cute already, and we're not even done yet. Hello everyone, you're welcome to Tips and Tricks with Praiz. Well, welcome back to our pocket series. Today we are doing a different kind of pocket, and like you know, it's our pocket series, so it's going to be raining pockets this period, and this is called the curved pocket. I don't really know if I'm getting names correctly anyways, but let's just hope I am. Now let me show you what a curved pocket looks like. I'm just going to draw a very flat sketch for you. Our short, and we have a pocket called a slant, a curved pocket, this which we are going to be doing today, and that one is just something like this. Yeah, a curved pocket. Sometimes you might find it externally like this, like a patch. It can be showing outside, probably a different fabric, but sometimes it can just be inside. So I'm going to be teaching you the one that is inside, a curved inner pocket, right? So instead of slanted, we're going to do a curve, and this is, in my own opinion, this is one of the easiest kind of pockets you would ever find. And so this is what we are going to be doing today: a curved pocket on a short. For today's tutorial, we need our pins in no particular order. We need our pins, our scissors, our measurement tape. Of course, we can't do anything without this. We need our curved ruler. You know we're cutting curved pockets, so it just makes sense we have a curved ruler. We need our chalk, our fabric that we have already cut into a short, and our pocket fabric. So that's all you need. So either you're using the fabric for the pocket, or you're using a pocketing, or you're using a lining or whatever. And the first thing we're going to do now is, this is the front leg of my pocket, of my short. This is the back block of my short. Okay, we know how the short is. The front is usually smaller than the back, so that's how you can tell. But most times it might be the same depending on what kind of style of short you're trying to make. So I'm just going to set the back aside, because what we're needing for now is going to be the front block only. Now, what are you to consider? The back of the front of the fabric. Now I think this is the back of the fabric, this is the front. I'm just going to mark out that, like I'm going to just cancel that, because this is the back, and we're going to be working on the positive side of our fabric. Now the next thing you want to consider is the depth of the pocket, right? You know, you're going to be using a band. If it's an high waist short, you know, there are different things you need to put in consideration while you are making your pocket. Now for this, I know that mostly for an adult, the depth that is really making sense, that makes sense for an adult, is just 7-inch depth minus allowance if you're going to be putting on a band, or you're going to be putting an elastic or whatsoever. So you might just want to add 1/2 inch allowance to that 7-inch depth, which is going to give you 7.5 inch. Now I'm just going to act like that's not in my dictionary right now. I don't want to. This is not a short class, so I will assume that there's no band, there's nothing, just a basic short without anything at the top. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark from the edge top down to 7-inch, right? So just mark out 7 inch. This is 7-inch. I hope you can see very well. And the next thing you want to consider is how curved you want your short to be. Like for this particular type of pocket, you can play around with anything. If you want to have a very deep curve, up to you. If you want to have a very simple curve, up to you. But while you're trying to draw it out, you see what it looks like already before you even cut it out. Now just go ahead and say, okay, I want a very, not too deep, not too small, so I might go with like maybe a 4-inch depth. So that 4-inch would be somewhere around maybe here. I want to go with a 4-inch depth. So go to your edge of your short and mark out 4-inch. Now you can just take your curve ruler on the curve part like this, connect your lines together. That will give you an idea on how your curve pocket will look like. Now this is what it's going to look like. Now I just want to take it inside a little bit, because I think it's too curved for my liking. I'm just going to work with this line. So I'm working with basically what? Let me measure. I'm working with about 3.5 inch. Okay, that's fine by me. That's really fine. And the next thing you want to consider before you cut out your pocket is your pocket lining, whatever you're going to be using for your pocket. I have this, I have this. Just put this under here. Put this pocket under here like this, right? Put it on top. I'm going to be using it to cut my pockets, but there is a way we're going to be working on this. Okay, so now you want to, the next thing to consider is how wide you want your pocket to be, or how deep, or whatever. But I might just work with about 10 inch from this place, 10 inch depth or thereabouts. Okay, this is 10.5. Let's work with 10.5 depth. Now for this side too, you might want, okay, I don't want my pocket to be going into my crotch line, so I'm just going to stop at 6. So this is what I'm going to do, right? Now the next thing you want to consider now is cut along what you have done. Just cut everything along what you have done. We're going to shape the pocket, but just cut now along what you have projected. So now I've done that. So and I want to now go ahead and just transfer what I've done to the back, you know, transfer the line I've done here to the back. Let me transfer this line as well. This line by this side, transfer it here, pocket depth here, or you measure too. I measure from here to here, about 10.5 inch. Now connect these two lines with a curve. Let us go ahead and cut this first, then we can play around with our pocket shape. Right, now we're getting our pocket already. Now place this back on this place, right? Raise this up, take out the one beneath, right? Take out the one beneath, and now cut this, just one single sheet of your pocket, and this, you're taking this one aside for now. Now cut this as a facing. See? So you might want to mark out your shot to be sure that you're on the right track. Don't so you're not going to mistake the pocket for the crotch area. Now I've cut out that open, and this is what I have for one sheet, whereas this is complete. Now look at how it's going to be looking like at the end of the day. Let me show you. This is how it's going to look like at the end of the day when you are done sewing. This is how it's going to come out. So do you understand? This is going to be your pocket by this side. This is what we'll be showing, and this is it. So for paraventure, you don't want this to show. You want to use your fabric. Like I told you can just go ahead and cut out a shape to cover this place. You can even go back and maybe use this on this place. Just add some inch allowance to be wider, like 1 inch allowance, and just put it on top of this place. Just sew it round on top of this, the one at the back. Just sew it round like this, and it will give you a coverage of your fabric on your pockets. You won't see that. Now I want to play around my pocket. I don't really want the pocket to be serious, or moreover, I think it's just cooler when your pocket is not so clingy to your short. So I just want to do something like this. Just want to play around with my pocket like this. I just shape this place out. Do you understand? It's optional though, but I just like to do this for my pockets. Shape this place out so it will not be too deep. It will not go into my short too much. So this is what I'm having. So you might decide to do something longer. I think for an adult, for a bigger short, because this short I'm doing is a very small short, right? So you can do something on a pocket of 14 inch, depending on your short length. Now let's go ahead to our sewing machine to sew. So now we are back to our sewing machine where we're going to get our curved pockets running. Like I usually say, I'm using a contrasting color of thread so as not to confuse you. Now see why we need to mark our pocket to differentiate our pocket from our crotch, this is our crotch, this is our pocket side. And the first thing you want to do now, consider the back and the front. This is the back, so we're going to just turn this. This is really front of your pocket. Put it over the front of your fabric like this, your pocket. This is the front of your pocket lining. This is the front of your fabric. Now put it and just sew it like you're going to be sewing a facing. And this is how it's going to look. Now you just turn top stitch like this, turn over like this, and top stitch along this place to get it in place. And this is what you're going to get. So the next thing you're going to do is bring it in like this. At this point you might want to go and iron to keep it in place. I want to iron, you might want to just continue sewing, whatever you wish, but I'm going to go and iron this now to put it in place so that everything will just be fine and good. Okay, so we're finished ironing this, and this is just looking cute. When you are doing yours, make sure yours is neater than this, like mine. All right, and the next thing I'm going to do is just to top stitch on top like this to create a very beautiful line, just a very cute line, just for fancy purpose, not just for design purpose rather. And let's create that beautiful line, very neat and slow. Okay, now see how this looks. This looks really cute already, and we're not even done yet. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to flip over like this, and take that other piece of your pocket that was not cut into the cuff shape, take it out and put it like this over your pockets, right? Make sure it matches, because of course they were a good fit when you were cutting. Now go ahead and sew down. You're going to just take it over like this and sew like this. Now this is how your pocket will look like. So go ahead and weave this place, then before you continue sewing your shorts. Okay, let me weave that. So we are done with weaving our pocket to make it look very neat and beautiful. The next thing you're going to do is just to maybe pin this place down. Pin this place down. You can just decide to run a loose stitch just to hold this down. The next thing you want to do now is bring your back pocket, your back short block, just put it and over like this, over, see, put it over, and this is just going to be perfect. Now sew your normal ½ inch. You have to even sew your short within the first place. Sew your ½ inch. Now let's turn our pocket and see the progress of our pockets. So this is our pocket. So you can go ahead to tack this place down like we did to our slanted pocket. This I should have done before sewing the legs, but it's not too late. Okay. Now there goes our pockets, all well and beautifully made. Okay, it's our pockets. You can iron your shorts now, so for everywhere to lay down, iron your shorts. Our pockets made, and this place is going up because this camera over tapped it here. When you are doing yours, try and figure out pin before doing any tacking. Okay, this is our pocket. This is our, I'm putting stuff, this is our pocket to show you how perfect and deep our pockets can be. Our pocket is really strong, you know. Our pocket is not coming off. It's strong, it's deep, so if your pocket is really deep, it's going to, all the things will go just right inside, okay? And this is just perfect and beautiful. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope to see you next video, and please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and try out this pocket series. Make sure you try out each and every pocket we are touching on this pocket series. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye.